We are live. We are live.
Yeah,
I probably just want.
Hello.
hello.
Waiting on Ryan's mic.
Ryan, are you there?
Yeah, I heard
I
it.
got the alert, bro. My Discord is off and do not disturb, and it still popped up. Yeah. Welcome to week 11 of the Quick Slants Football Show, season 2. I'm your co-host Ryan.
What episode is it, bro?
Ryan.
You remember?
You're the co-host. Episode. I don't know. We did like a couple early episodes, but it's week 11, episode 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
Also,
bonus episodes.
I was
man.
asking
I don't
you.
know. We're living on the
it's
edge.
Ben. This is
Ben.
Devin. We are Quick Slants Football Show.
Thanks, bro. I'm shambled. But yeah, how you guys? Week 10 in the books. It's an exciting week of there's a lot of good games. There's some really close games. A lot of games decided by field goals. I think I saw on the broadcast going into the field goal that happened on Monday night that there was like the most games decided by a game-winning field goal in league history, and then they obviously added one more to it with a missed kick on Monday night and then a made kick, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, a lot of close games, which is good for the football. And you can we'll kind of touch a little bit later on the playoff picture, and you can kind of see just how there's not a what do they say? There's a lot of parity. Is that how you say it?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, there's a lot of parity in the NFL, which is cool.
I think there's a lot of parity in football, bro. There's been college football games been crazy too. I know you guys been. Well, that's a little rogue, but I mean, just like general.
Dude, they're climbing the rankings, bro.
I mean,
didn't they like do something in basketball like 20 years ago?
Oh no, like a couple weeks ago they beat Michigan State.
In football or basketball?
Basketball.
Sorry, I'm lucky, really.
Yeah.
Aren't they the Bulldogs?
Yeah, with the crown on, they're like purple.
Yeah, they're like the Bulldogs.
All right, well, you guys can start your James Madison podcast. Maybe that you guys can do that on Thursdays.
Go Dogs. I don't know what they say.
Go Dogs. I mean, I
They're
feel
probably
like
not
anybody can say Go Dogs. James Madison Mountaineers. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of with an M. Anyway, yeah, we'll just start here. Lions, they won 31 to 28. Is that right?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
The Lions?
I think you're about 10 points off both
Yeah,
ways.
a little off.
38. No, it was only 10 off. That's a high scoring game, dude. Sorry, I don't see this a lot.
No.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. It felt like a game that the Lions generally lose. Just kind of touching some of the stats before we go into it. Goff went 23 for 33 for 333. Dude, this is tough to say. For 333 yards and 2 touchdowns. No turnovers. We did not get sacked. Pretty crazy. And then Justin Herbert, 27 for 40, 323 and 1 touchdown. No, 4 touchdowns and 1 interception by Kirby Joseph. That was hype.
It was a good pick.
But I think the biggest difference, and there's another game we're going to talk about that was really similar to this. Biggest difference is the Lions had 200 yards rushing as a team, and they did not. So I think that's a huge thing. You keep the chains moving. You're keeping your defense. Not that our defense did anything. They didn't sack him. I mean, they got the 1 interception, but they did get some hurries and stuff like that. But
4 touchdowns is tough.
Yeah,
defense didn't look great, but I think it's also because the Chargers' offense is good.
Right.
It's just a game we had to win. It's a game that the Lions don't win because our offense doesn't take over when our defense has a bad day.
Yeah.
We just kind of still lose,
You guys remember we played? I think we played the Chargers on opening the first week of the season, 3 or 4 years ago, and we lost. And they came back and beat us.
Bro,
and
there was a game we were up 31-0 after the first quarter or some shit, bro. Yeah. I remember being this is our year. It's week 1.
We kept answering. They scored back and forth. The lead was back and forth. And every time I thought it was we lost the lead, I thought all right, we're going to punt and then the game's over.
I mean,
we would score a touchdown and it's
we ran the ball well. Weird. Jared Goff only missed 10 passes, over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Yeah, he balled out. Montgomery had 116. He had a 75-yard touchdown. It was a touchdown, right? A touchdown run. And then Gibbs, I don't know if you guys watched Gibbs. He didn't go crazy, but he was like super. My cat's walking across my screen. All right, super efficient, and he was taking what the defense was like giving him. He wasn't trying to do too much, and then like put himself in a bad spot. So it was good. He played good. I think they were a good 1-2 punch, almost like the opposite. My kid's talking, so I'm gonna pass it to Devin. Talk about the Lions.
Yeah, I thought it was overall really good game. And did you watch actually, let me start with this point. Did you see, I know there's a lot of weaknesses or breakdowns on the defensive side of the ball, but did you see that pick from Kirby Joseph?
Yeah.
Another one, by the way. Like, dude,
slid his leg right before, like on the sideline.
Great play. He's been really, really well. I saw it was like his like birthday, I think, yesterday or something like that. He like responded to the tweet and he said like, "One Pride, I love you like so fucking much," or something like that. I'm like, bro, like, God loves Detroit, man. I feel like everybody that plays for us, bro, like right now is like loving it, man. And like, it's great. Sure. I feel like our offense, like, these are type of games, like you guys said, like past we would lose, bro. The Chargers were like not a bad team. They're not great, but they're not bad. But on the road again, and Riley motherfucking Patterson banged a game-winning field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys been money this year.
Good situational football. I think Dan Campbell, like, maybe that was one of his best coach games. I mean, besides our defense being trash, but
I mean, that's the argument, right? Like that they call him Big Balls Campbell or whatever, you know, shit like that.
I just worry, man. I just worry that we're like one-dimensional.
You guys see his quote? Somebody like asked him about that, and then Dan Campbell responded like, "Yeah, when you watch our games, you'd better wear a diaper or something like that."
I don't even know what that means.
It's like a real quote from Dan Campbell, by the way.
Of course it is.
Like, I mean, it was risky calls, man. Go for it on those fourth downs, like throughout the whole game. But he's been doing that all year.
Yeah, and the Chargers are a team that do it too. So it's like you kind of want to like match with what they're doing, especially when your defense, like your defense is like literally bleeding, like on the field. It's like you gotta like keep your offense out there and try to win with your offense at that point. And that's what they did. They literally won with their offense, running the ball, passing the ball. Amon-Ra had
856 at a touchdown.
Yeah, he had a huge game. He went bonkers. I saw a stat. You guys will probably like the stat. So we talk about how he's like Amon-Ra first down because it seems like all of his catches are first down. So he has 10 first down catches on third down this year, which is like it's like top 10 in the league. And you know who's right behind him with 9? Sam Laporta.
Laporta.
Yeah, so and that's first down catches on third down. That's just not like a first down like if on a second down. That's like literally on third down. Those are first down catches. So
I thought
that was cool.
You could tell their play calling like all year has been this way. Like they know that they don't necessarily always have to get the first down in 3 plays.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of their offense is almost built like. I mean, I think Amon-Ra is a lot different than Tyreek, but it does kind of remind me like how they funnel the to like their main receiver and then they funnel it to the tight end. When they need to get the first down. It kind of reminds me of like the mini Chiefs a little bit when they had Tyreek. But
yeah, I feel like our play call's been creative too. I mean, it's been like really like good to see. I mean, for sure.
For sure. Yeah, no, it's
you guys sweet. This might be like a weird like kind of like take, but I feel like the NFL is becoming more like be college or like Madden in a way, and sometimes it can get really gunslinky. Well,
I mean,
especially with like
you couldn't run the ball,
and like just like the way like the referees call games, it's very offensive heavy. You know?
Wide receivers are a lot safer crossing the field. Like
exactly.
Amon-Ra 15 years ago would not be the same.
Yeah,
he wouldn't be able to do what he's doing.
So, my point with that is I've been watching the Madden Championship stuff like really, really closely lately, and like they go for it every single time. Well, yeah, pretty much every single time on fourth down. And like I watched a thing on YouTube. They talked about like the analytical like data in Madden, like the rate of offensive scoring per possession is so high that's like almost dumb. Like, or you're gonna like lose if you don't do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that, and I don't know the data on this, and I could be like way fucking off, and I don't know how to even prove this, but I feel like the NFL skewing that way. Where like more and more and more, like people are just gonna go for it. It doesn't matter if you're on the other side of the 50; they're gonna go for it on 4th down.
Until it doesn't work, and then you just get burned. It's gonna be coach to coach. If Dan Campbell gets caught one of these times,
and
like
feels the game out. There was a game this year where he kicked it, and the defense ended up stopping them.
They punted it deep instead of going for it,
and they won the game. It's like you got to feel how your defense is playing throughout the game, and if they're playing well this game, your defense is not playing well. So go for it as much as you can, especially in like those 4th and 2, 4th and 3.
Speaking of Lions, what do you guys feel about them bringing in Bruce Irvin or Irwin? Sorry.
How much you think he has in the tank? That's the problem.
There's 38, right? 37.
There's a Bruce Irwin clip when he played last, where he like is like running around and like let the play run past him, and he's like fake like getting in the face of an offensive lineman or something. Like I was trying to find it and share it yesterday when we were like, sending it in the chat. Couldn't find it, but
I was curious, like, is that really the best like free agent person you could bring in to kind of, I don't know what role they're trying to fill? Like
my guess is there's a specific package
that he fits, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing like
hurry up, and then they're gonna get him stuck out on the field, and he's running circles.
Yeah, I mean,
they got a plan. If he comes in and he can't play, he's not gonna play. So I mean, that's just how it's gonna go.
Yeah, my guess is like a veteran minimum, bro.
Right. So what do you guys think about this type of game? This 41-38 high scoring game, almost like tit for tat, back and forth. Do you think this is the type of game the Lions can consistently win, or would you like to see them in the 20 to 13, the 20 to 16 games that they're playing? What do you think for the way the Lions are built? How do you think, what would you prefer? What's our strength?
My opinion is that I don't mind shootout type games because I think we have a lot of weapons on offense. For sure.
Better than that. It's the NFL is the NFL for a reason. They play like NFL offenses for a reason, because like the spread and shotgun, it works sometimes, but you can't control the clock as well, and like it just doesn't work. Chip Kelly.
I feel like when we like are like those games you're talking about, like 20 to 13 or something, I feel like half that game we're like yelling at like our offense, like, dude, you guys got to make a pass, or
realistically, like we could score 41 points like that, and I think that our offense is capable of doing that. Like,
I would love to win 41-0, bro.
If our defense plays better, we're just gonna score less because we're gonna have, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
we're gonna have the ball longer. We're probably gonna be running more. I mean, the carries were 12 and 14 between the two running backs. They had huge runs and like averaged 5.5 and 9.7. So like we're not chewing the clock on our own. Like we were throwing our defense out there as much because we were scoring, which isn't a problem. This is like a thing that good teams do. What you want is your defense to like
buckle down a bit.
So that you can get a drive that chews down.
Control 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I guarantee
and like you score 28, you'd score 32. You know what I'm saying? But
I guarantee if you talk to the coaching staff, they don't want every game to be 41-38.
Right, I'd much rather have it 27 to 12, or not 12, but 13. Where you're scoring every time you get the ball, but you are making.
They want to do exactly what you were saying, Ben. I think their game plan and the players they want to control the clock as much as possible.
But they couldn't run the ball, which is good. Our defense was good that way. We couldn't get pressure. I think it's a real problem. I think that Hutch is good, but I don't know if they're double teaming him, or it's the same way he played in Michigan. Like he's not going to get you 18 sacks. He's going to get you like 8 to 10 a year. You know what I mean? But he's like a good run defender too. I don't know. I think we need something. Bruce Irvin's not the answer. I think he's just coming in for depth and maybe just having a veteran presence. Somebody who's been in the playoffs, can keep the team level-headed or something like that.
When's I can't remember the guy's name. When's he coming? Justin Houston? When's he coming back?
Dude, he's like out for the season, isn't he?
It's like a back thing or something.
He's like out.
He was coming back out
I thought I read like
James Houston.
James Houston, but he's just. I think it's Justin. No.
Oh yeah, not returning anytime soon.
Yeah, that's what the Dan Campbell said.
Yeah, I know a couple weeks ago they were like talking about him coming back, but
I don't know if we have both Okwara brothers still, but I know we have the second one.
Julian,
yeah.
Makes plays here and there.
He comes in rotation.
But yeah, let's. You guys good to move on to the next game here?
Yeah, what is it?
I can talk about Lions all day, so.
All day.
I know, that's why I'm here. So we're talking about Ben's home team here, the Texans versus the Bengals. The Texans win.
Me, bro.
Dude, everybody already. I said a state.
Their hometown.
Okay. All right, bro. Anyway, Texans win 30-27. Dude, Houston's a big spot. The Texans win 30-27. Stroud played well, but this is kind of his most mistakes he's made in a game. He probably like tripled his mistakes on the season just in this game. He had an interception, but the bigger issue that I saw, and I watched actually a decent amount of this game because I like Stroud, was he had 2 fumbles that were lost. So that's not great. But he did go 23 for 356. This dude's passing for a ton of passing yards. I saw the passing yard leaders for the year are Stroud and Sam Howell.
Yep.
Just like we all thought.
Yep, that was on my whiteboard. There, I had it written down, but I had to take it down. It's a long story, but I predicted that.
You should have thought on it, bro.
Noah Brown popped off, and just for the record, your boy in fantasy has like 4 fucking Texan receivers, so
you need a big trade for Stroud, bro. Really stack it. My cat just spilled my pop. Sorry.
Just go all in.
Yeah. The whole team's just Texans, bro. How about that?
Dude,
I like it. Sorry. My cat spilled some pop.
Dude.
That's great.
It's unlucky, but yeah, I think they're playing well. I'm sure the hype's kind of real down there, right, Wrath? I mean, we talked about it last week, and you said a lot of people were already buying in, but
what I want you to notice though is that if Homeboy didn't fumble it twice and throw that pick, score of that game was only 30-27. Like, they were really consistent when they had the ball, and their defense was really good. The Texans defense is like severely underrated.
Yeah,
it always is, right? I feel like it's always like that.
They were dog shit last year.
So I wanted to talk about, they had 4 sacks on Joey B, picked him off twice. Burrow definitely missed T. Higgins. This team looks weird without T. Higgins. Seems like he was out at the beginning of the year. They looked kind of trash. He came back and they were fine. It's like, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if they, exactly how their offense is built. But they only ran the ball 11 times. This is what I was going to talk about with kind of how it worked with the Lions winning. This team had Singletary have 30 carries for 150 yards and a touchdown. That's right. That's Devin Singletary, right?
Yeah.
So that's okay. What's the guy's name that was there? He must be hurt.
Pierce.
The rookie that, yeah, Damian Pierce. So
he didn't play.
Well, they didn't need him. So I think that kind of correlates. I mean, obviously, if you're winning a game, generally you're going to have more rushing attempts and more yards. But with a close game like this, I think that just shows they kind of controlled the game, kind of like you said, Ben.
They did. I mean, I watched it too. I watched the whole game. Like, it was one of those games that like you could tell that like the Texans weren't going to lose.
Right. Who do you? Just a quick, I guess, question for you, Devin. Which 2 of these teams makes it further this year? The Bengals or the Texans? Like in the playoffs, maybe one of them you don't see making the playoffs. The Bengals currently aren't in. So which team do you think makes a playoff run? If either of these teams, or do you think one of these teams makes the playoffs and one of them doesn't? What do you think, Devin?
I mean, it's kind of short-term results here, but I would kind of go with the Texans at this point, like based on like division play too.
Right, much easier division. That other division, I think is the best division in football. The Browns, the Ravens, the Bengals, and then the Steelers. That
6-3
crazy.
Steelers, bro.
6-3 Steelers, dude, which is insane to me.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean the record's what it is. So, and what do you think? You think which one of these two teams goes farther?
Oh man, to be honest with you, it's the Texans, right? They have the best chance. The division.
Yeah, easier division. I don't
just
know. Like I
it.
said, I don't know their full schedules, but it's got to be more difficult for the Bengals with that division.
I think the Bengals have a ridiculous schedule.
I know
Let me
they
see.
kind of went
They
through a
play
lot
the
of the hard
Ravens,
games.
Steelers, Jaguars, Colts, Vikings, Steelers, Chiefs, Browns. So yeah,
there's like one like the Colts game maybe like is like a gimme maybe,
maybe.
but the rest of the games are like
The Texans have the Cardinals, Jaguars, Broncos, Jets, Titans, Browns, Titans, Colts.
oh yeah, give me the Texans.
Give me the Texans because the Titans are their division. If they beat them twice, that's it. They win the division.
And it's
because I think they already beat the Jaguars. Yeah, they beat them 37-17. So like the Texans are sitting pretty if they can really just beat the Titans because I think that's all it'll take.
Yeah. No, that's I mean, yeah, with that schedule, I think the comparison has got to
They probably have to beat the Colts if the Colts like were to do well. But still.
Can't see them doing well with Minshew
They have to
out
win
there.
3 out of the next 7 games and they're good.
Yeah, so I kind of just
8 games.
2 teams I kind of wanted to see. Do you guys think the Bengals make? I mean, we'll talk about this actually in a little bit, but are you guys completely out on the Bengals with that schedule?
Yeah, I would say that. And they just, I don't know. They seem like they just don't have their shit together this year. Just not their year, man.
Mixon's not playing well. They're not running well.
Yeah, just not there, man.
Yeah, it just seems like an off year for them. I agree.
I mean, based on the expectation, I'm assuming Bengal fans want to be Super Bowl contenders.
Right.
I mean, you're 5-4. You're not like horrendous. I'm not calling Bengals fans like your team's terrible, but
you're not looking good.
Not looking so hot.
Not looking how you expected for sure. Having a top 5 QB and a really good receiver and a decent running back and a defense that's not usually too bad. So kind of staying in that division. Browns beat the Ravens 33-31. But Deshaun Watson out for the year with a fracture in his throwing shoulder. They said he should be good to start the year next year. I don't.
How much he gets paid?
Like 40 something mil, right?
It's like 60, like 68 million.
Oh, I thought it was
year, and then the year after.
Damn.
Yeah, in the back,
guaranteed.
Bro. Yeah, well, he'll be there next year then, playing if he's healthy
for the next 2 years.
Yeah, but Dorian Thompson-Robinson gonna start. Not PJ Walker, which that was I don't know what's going on because he played and he wasn't even the Dorian Thompson-Robinson wasn't even active last week. But maybe they just want to see what they have with the rookie and just maybe try to showcase him, maybe trade him. They did trade Dobbs to Arizona earlier this year, so it's kind of funny to see it kind of full circle where Dobbs is kind of balling out, and he was on this team at the beginning of the year, so kind of funny how things work out, and Dobbs obviously is balling out with the Vikings. Do you guys believe in Dobbs? You guys think he's like gonna take the Vikings to the playoffs this year? Obviously, as Lions fans, we hope not, but do you guys think, Ben, what do you think about Dobbs? Do you think he's good enough to keep them in contention to make the playoffs?
I mean, yeah, they're 6-4. They're sitting pretty good.
Does he get a shot next year somewhere?
There.
Definitely. You think
if they were to do well?
No, they came out with a big report today. I forgot who came out with it, but they came out with it that like ownership and the head coach O'Connell, whatever, they want to roll with Kirk Cousins for like the leadership shit.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to throw the ball in a couple years. We got to really figure that out.
Probably could be cost effective. They work it out.
I mean, if you think about it, he was the first fully guaranteed contract, and it was like $80 million.
Dude, if Dobbs balls out, he's gonna want the bag, right?
I mean, he's gonna want a bag. I don't know about the bag, but he's gonna want.
There's a team that'll take him
for a bag, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I was kind of curious what you guys thought about it. They did ask him like kind of what you're planning for next year, and he's I kind of dodged the question. So
I saw a funny meme about like I forgot what team it was exactly. But they like traded. It was like a meme. It was like giving a pack of noodles, spaghetti noodles, for Josh Dobbs. It was like a fifth round pick, you know. Yeah. Now Dobbs proved a lot of people wrong, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean it's a cool story. I know I saw a lot of memes about how the Dobbs situation is kind of taken over the Taylor Swift situation in the NFL, which is good.
Yeah, they changed their Twitter header to him as like an astronaut or whatever.
The astronaut is what they call him.
The astronaut, yeah. We love that here. We stand that here at the Quick Slants Football Show. Yeah, when they're like, you know how like a lot of like those, I saw a lot of things like, oh, he's gonna have a movie about him one day, and they'll take clips of like famous shows with people talking about him. Hope they take this clip. I'm just kidding.
What we say his name's the astronaut?
Yeah. He's the astronaut, man. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to get into the playoff picture a little bit. Just, I mean, we're 10 weeks in. I feel like we have a good view of the landscape. I kind of want to talk about maybe some of the surprises, some of the locks to make the playoffs, and then some of these teams that maybe at the beginning of the year we thought might make the playoffs that are either out right now or maybe just barely in or even in and you think are going to fall out of favor. We kind of talked about the Bengals. Just to kind of give you one before while you're pulling it up, or you got it up. There's a team on the left. Just take a look at it. There's a team missing, other than the Bengals. That going into the year, I think we all would expect to be in the first 1 or 2 or 3 spots on the left. Which team is missing there? You guys think, other than the Bengals?
I guess would probably be like the Chargers.
No, it's the Buffalo Bills.
Fuck man, they suck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. But they were great the last like 5 years, 3 years.
What about the Patriots? They were good for my entire life.
Yeah, dude, I know, but Tom Brady's gone.
Now they're like dog shit.
Yeah, dude. We all knew the Patriots were going to be dog shit.
You think that Tom Brady was that much of an effect?
You're talking to someone who hates Tom Brady with a passion. I don't know, but this team sucks. So it's either that was it, or I mean, I think Bill is a good coach, and this team does not have a good quarterback.
I think that Tom knew that this was coming. Like he saw that, like he probably was like privy to like salary cap and shit, and like what they were planning for the future and stuff. So like he probably fucking knew that like they were going into bad salary years, and they were going to be able
like
to pay
4 or 5 years ago, man.
I'm telling you, he did, yeah, and they've been bad since. Remember when they like finally freed up a bunch of salary cap and they bought a bunch of tight ends?
Yeah, and then they got like Juju and just like got a bunch of random players this year, and it's like they seem like they're just doing enough to like
piece a team together,
sell tickets, and they're waiting. I don't know what they're waiting for, but
I think that I don't think that Bill gets fired. I think that they tank and then they take a quarterback this year and then they ride that out until Bill retires.
Yeah, I mean, I would be cool to go see like I'm sure if I'm Caleb Williams, I'm much happier to go there than go to like Chicago or wherever else. So
what about the May dude?
Drake May? I would be cool too.
Yeah.
Any of those guys. I mean, we don't know exactly who's coming out yet, but I'm assuming all 3 of those guys should come out.
People have been gassing the homeboy from Washington.
Dude, I really think that the money in college is going to keep guys around, and it's going to be the one thing that like people thought it would ruin college sports. I think it's going to keep it around and rejuvenate it more than anything.
Yeah,
especially running backs and shit.
100% running backs, dude. Like you can make your NFL contract before you hit the NFL
and dominate because you're fucking playing against like sub-tier,
Yeah.
Blake Corum? AKA Blake Corum?
Yeah, you go play for Michigan and you play no one for like 80% of the year. And then you play like national TV a ton, even when you're playing against Michigan State and you're rolling them, you're still on national TV.
Right.
It's like you're getting that exposure. So yeah, man, why not? I mean,
you see, he caught himself against Penn State and took a picture and it was all bloody and shit. Like badass.
Yeah. He's got like a business deal with that one guy too, right?
Art Van.
No, the weird guy. What's his name? The Manifesto guy?
Sam Bernstein.
Don't. No, dude, the Manifesto guy. What's his name?
Manifesto.
The guy, the
Mr.
sign
Allen.
stealing guy.
Mr. Allen.
I hate it here, bro. Y'all know who exactly I'm talking. The sign stealing guy.
Harbaugh?
No, the guy who was pretending to be
What was his
somebody
name?
as Devin. You know this guy's name. You're like a Michigan diehard right now.
I'm really confused with what
The
you're
guy's
asking.
name that bought all the tickets and is like under review, and he's like not
I don't
talking, and he
fucking
has a manifesto and all that
The
shit.
guy
Didn't
who
he?
actually stole the signs.
no idea.
I thought he had like some type of business deal with Blake Corum. I don't know. We don't have to talk about it right now, but I'll
I
send it
didn't
to you
know.
after.
What the hell's that guy's name?
I just I don't know. Doesn't I don't know. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. It's all good. But yeah, that's kind of if you want to pull the playoff picture back up real quick. Is there any teams in here? What's the biggest surprise from each side for you, Ben, from the NFC and the AFC? What do you think the teams you see out here, and you're like, I didn't see that coming.
Like in the season?
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, I guess. Obviously in the
Lions.
season.
The
Yeah,
Lions are probably the biggest one. I'm surprised that the Jaguars are projected that high. The
Yeah, even
Steelers actually being okay this year has been surprising.
yeah, even as a Lions fan, I don't think any of us thought they would be 7-2 right now. Like, I don't think anyone else would have bet that they would be
I
7-2
bet you we
right
could
now.
go back and watch the video where we were like projecting the season at the beginning. And I think we probably like were like telling like wins and losses. We were probably had like maybe 5.
Yeah, I mean,
5
we're
and
pretty
5,
closer to
you
5-4 right now,
Yeah, 5 and 4.
for sure.
Did we?
I think so, yeah. Because I don't think anybody predicted us beating the Chiefs, even us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine, and we're pretty gracious with when we call games. We usually split like a lot of the divisional games, which we've been just rolling across. What's your biggest surprise, I guess, between the two, Devin? Is there any big surprise that you see there that you're like, man, this team I thought was going to be garbage, and here they are, like, competing?
Yeah, I would say for me, really like competing would be probably the Seahawks. Obviously when I first looked at the schedule, I kind of chalked that up as a win when we were going through, and they beat us. But they've been playing well, second in the West to the 49ers, obviously, but
High record too. That's a big surprise to me. That was actually one of my surprises.
So yeah, probably that, and then going
Texans, I mean, that's a big one.
Yeah, and then yeah, probably going
Yes.
the other side. Yeah, probably like the Texans being even semi-relevant.
Right. I kind of like
actually, but my answer would be the Browns. The Browns are for some reason in my head, kind of like the Lions, I guess, where I can't
Like
get
they
out.
don't belong.
Yeah, they suck.
you have to go.
You know what I'm
Sorry,
saying?
yeah.
Like no matter
Yeah.
what, like the Brown, I'm like, yeah, the Browns are trash, and then I look and I'm like, wait, they're actually not too bad.
Not anymore though. They're screwed. They're literally their 2 best players. Like actually,
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I guess on offense.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I want to talk about there. There's just kind of seeing like the different surprises and kind of see exactly what's going on.
We talk about the Packers as being a surprise. I'm very surprised at how bad Jordan Love is.
I'm surprised because I'm not really surprised now based on where I was at the beginning of the season. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Anyways, while he's doing it, check out my ball.
Wait, where?
Got he's like B and hive things.
Dude, it looks just like mine. Mine doesn't have like that stuff on it or the
It's
wrinkles.
all
in the middle,
glow
but
in
it's
the
about same
dark.
size. Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, you can't tell now, but yeah, it's all like with the light, all this glows.
Dude. So like the bowl that the bong came with, we were using that. And like we were using it for like a long time, right? And then Eleanor went to hit it, right? And she like, hit it, and she went to like grab and pull it out by like the little handle on the side, and the handle just snapped off.
Oh
So
shit!
completely
Really?
like clean broke off the thing. I was like, what the
Oh fuck!
Yeah, it was weird, bro.
Damn. What'd you gotta do? Just go buy another glass slide?
Well, she had already. It was just the bowl part, like the.
Yeah, like the stem part that comes out.
No, just the bowl.
Oh, like yeah, like this piece.
Yeah. It didn't snap off at the stem. It snapped off like it had like a little handle on the side.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Mine doesn't have one, but yeah, I've seen it before.
She had bought one, like a bigger one, kind of like yours. It's more round, but yeah.
This is it was kind of actually expensive, like $30. It's like nice glass, so
it's not very expensive, bro.
it feels like a lot. It's funny. Ryan's gone. We're just like straight talking about weed. Let's go back to maybe some NFL talk.
Listen, we can talk about Jordan Love, dude. I'm surprised at how bad he is, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously I don't know. It's so tough because like I talk about this a lot. I hate to be a defense guy, but like, dude, it's so reactionary. Like, what if he just like needs a year to like just get demolished and then like go to the mountains somewhere in the off season and like come back like jacked? Because like if I'm not mistaken, bro, there was a time period where people were calling Tua fucking a trash can.
I was never.
Okay, maybe not you, bro, but people were calling him a trash can. Josh Allen, people memeing him, bro. That he fucking turned over Terry and he can't throw, and he's just some fucking tall meathead with a cannon, you know?
Kind of what he is, though.
Yeah, but it's like, and to Ryan's point earlier, like 2-3 years ago, bro, they were like, oh, they're one of the best teams. It's them or the Chiefs, you know? So it's like, it's kind of hard. Like, I don't want to like completely write them off, but if I'm talking just like talking shit, bro, yeah, dude, he's been a fucking trash can. He looks lost, dude. They look shell shocked, bro. But I follow a couple like Green Bay like people, and from what I heard, it's like turmoil there, bro. It's a tough place to play for, and ownership sucks.
All right, my trade went through.
What trade? Breaking news. Reveal it. Say it.
I'm trading Diggs.
Stephon Diggs
for who?
For Kenneth Walker straight up.
In redraft?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
scared me.
I don't have Diggs. I don't. I need a running back. Tomorrow's on a bye, and I need to win out for the season. I actually have a plethora of wide receivers. I picked up Brandon Cooks, and he's been pretty good.
You are losing out on a bye, which is good because Diggs hasn't had his bye yet. So
and the Bills suck.
And the Bills suck. I have Diggs in our dynasty league.
And the Seahawks don't.
Seahawks. Okay.
Running back for the Seahawks? I mean, fuck it, dude. You know, maybe a score touchdown, give me some yards. It's better than nothing.
I'm a James Cook. Zach Charbonnet. I think he's actually pretty solid. But probably not this year. I think at redraft you're good to go.
I have to win every week, so fuck it. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I like you're getting rid of a player that's already had their bye for a player.
Like a Survivor League or something?
I'm assuming you're Ben though, so
you said you have to win every week.
Yeah, you're probably like 5-4, and you're like, I gotta win out.
4-6.
Okay.
Like sense. Mathematically, I have to win out.
Okay. It's a competitive league, dude. I like it. Yeah, sorry, I had to step away for a second, boys.
We talked about weed for a little bit, and then
nice 420 blaze it. That's what I always say.
And then Jordan Love and the Packers.
Yeah.
How they suck and the owners suck.
Yeah, they do. So I kind of situation. We kind of talk about this. I feel like we've talked about it a couple different times. Who's your fantasy football MVP so far for the year? If you had to crown the MVP, and why is it Tyreek Hill?
I was gonna say my answer's Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. We talked about this last week, bro.
Yeah, we did.
Nah, I just wanted to talk about Tyreek Hill. Dude. What is this guy on right now? He's going crazy. He's just every Have you guys seen him play? Yeah, it's just like every time he's out there, he's just like a different like speed. Um, why I say that is I think the Dolphins had a bye, right? And it was weird. It's like I look forward to watching him play. I look forward to every time you turn it on to see the games from the last week. It's like you get like 3 or 4 Tyreek Hill highlights, and it's just he's turned it to like a different spot. Do you think he's better now than he was when he was with the Chiefs? Like overall as a wide receiver?
I think the Dolphins use him better for sure.
I think that's what it is. I think he's out of Andy Reid, and I think that when you have like a young guy and you bring him up as like a rookie, right? You draft him, you have an idea what you want to do with him. You use him how you want to use him.
Yeah,
You're a coach that signs a free agent. You're bringing that guy in because you know what he can do, and then you like get with him and go like, "Hey, bro, how do I get the most out of you?" It's like a different perspective. Plus, he's got a quarterback who can literally put it on him every single time. He's like the most accurate quarterback in the league. Like,
yeah,
it's just like a match made in heaven.
No, it's good. He gets the separation. He seems like he's somehow always open, and he just makes really good catches.
I'm sure we were talking to fucking drawing blank the coach's name,
Mike McDaniel.
We're talking to him right now. He would say like, dude, it's like playing with a cheat code, bro. He runs past the safety. Like you said, he looks open every time. It's because he runs past 3 people.
Yeah.
And you can't run man on him. You can't run zone on him. And like I think Tyreek and Tua, they're on the same page. So like if he's going and he's doing like a, I don't know, maybe say like just like a basic like, you know, kind of go route up the sideline or some shit, right? And they're kind of like trip covering, he'll just start going across the field.
Right, or just stop on a dime, and it's like
just curl and just boom.
Right, and Tua's already ready for it. It's crazy, man. That team's really fun to watch. That's probably my favorite team to watch right now. Hopefully they stay on track and they can make some noise. I think they can beat anybody in the league, which is cool. And their defense is all right. Who'd
they play last week?
They were off, right?
Yeah, sure. And then like before that, like the narrative's like, again, I don't think this,
but they lost against the Chiefs.
Yeah, in Germany.
Yeah.
And then everybody's calling them frauds because if you look, they've lost like all their games to the good people, quote unquote.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they got they lose to like the Bills. The Chiefs. I think we talked about it. It's like we're 3 really good teams. So.
Yeah, I think the Ravens. The Ravens?
Sounds right. That's the only other really good team. No, Eagles actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're actually going to talk about the Eagles. They're playing against the Chiefs. This week it's a Super Bowl rematch. I love these games, man. When you get like a Super Bowl rematch or just like even like an AFC Championship rematch. It's just I don't know. I feel like the vibes are just crazy. Yeah, Chiefs actually favored in this one. I was a little surprised. 2.5. It's an Arrowhead, so kind of makes sense. But yeah, so Chiefs win. That would put us with the tied record with the Eagles for the best record in the NFC and the best record in football, which is crazy. If we could, obviously, we would need to beat the Bears. But so what do you guys think of this Chiefs offense is? What do you think they need to kind of do to get going? What do you think, Ben? What do you think they could really do to kind of get this thing moving a little bit quicker? Or seems like they're relying on their defense this year.
Do you think it's Patrick Mahomes not trusting like his wide receivers?
Yeah, they're all trash cans.
Yeah, I'm not just talking about the first week, but you do watch this team and they have a lot of drops. They have a lot of like not even drops, but just like they're running the wrong routes.
Yeah,
I remember I watched one game that Romo was doing, and he was like, "This guy is literally running the wrong route." Or it's like, you think they would simplify it a little bit because it seems like they're maybe giving these guys like option routes that they would normally keep in their playbook for receivers, and it's like these guys are just making the wrong reads. And Mahomes
I just feel like that's basic NFL reads. Though. Like every team does that. If that fucking the safety's sitting one side high, you fucking run a dig. If the linebacker like takes one step in, then you fucking go over top. Like it's like I feel like it's basic shit, dude, and they can't do it. And Mahomes goes to throw the right read, and then Homeboy runs to the sideline. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Or he runs and drops the ball, and that's I don't know.
Yeah.
That might be worse, but maybe not. At least it's not a pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem
And
like
I don't feel like their defense. I know they're like a top team right now. They don't. Their defense doesn't seem as like elite to me.
They shut the Dolphins down.
I feel like
I know, but
they're the better part of their team right now. But
I am not sold on them, like their defense yet.
You're not sold on them at all. I mean, who are you taking out of the AFC? Like, if you, I mean, you're gonna take the Ravens coming out of the AFC?
They look really good.
I
They
think
look
the
like
Ravens are the
other
they just
level.
lost, but I don't look too much into the loss. But yeah, no, they look really good. I think they're the best team in the AFC, which is kind of crazy.
They might be the best team in the NFL. I mean, the Eagles are good, but I don't know.
I mean, coming into this year, I mean, I wasn't like, I mean, I thought the Ravens would be solid with Lamar coming back, but it seems like the Ravens always have something that happens. Like Lamar gets hurt, or all his receivers get hurt, or there's always some reason that they don't perform. And it's like this year, there's no reasons. They're just performing. So
And they've got a lot of weapons and like they're good.
They do when Odell Beckham's making nice catches and running good routes.
Tough.
It's like, all right.
It's tough. That's really tough.
Kind of reminds me of the Rams a couple years ago when they won the Super Bowl. It kind of reminds me of like that team a little bit.
Crazy defense, bro. They've like shut some people down.
Yep. They're just like on all cylinders. Their team like top to bottom is good.
Like they hit that perfection. Yeah.
I might be a little bit biased because we got rolled by them.
Dobbins doesn't even fucking play.
Yeah. Let's get the rematch against them.
Like imagine if J.K. Dobbins was on that team.
Imagine if a running back was on that team. Like,
I mean, yeah, the guy who's playing's been playing pretty well.
Yeah, the Gus Bus.
His name's like Mitchell or something.
Yeah, Keaton Mitchell. Sorry, Gus Bus probably got hurt because that's what the bus does. It breaks down. But yeah, no, he's like a rookie, right?
I think so.
I think his dad played in the NFL, and he was like, "You've been waiting your whole life for this" or something. It was a pretty cool thing that he did. But I guess how do you stop the Eagles offense? That's my other thing I want to talk about this game specifically, this Chiefs Eagles game, like because their offense does seem like a weird offense, and it's tough. I feel like you got to get them off the field on like because it's like second down. You almost got to plan ahead because you know if it's 4th and 1, they're just gonna run it. Like they're gonna do this play.
He played for the Ravens.
Oh yeah, I did.
Anthony Mitchell.
Yeah. Yep. I saw that. That was sweet. Yeah. So
I would say to piggyback off that, I would say you gotta like rattle Jalen Hurts too. You gotta keep him like off edge all the time.
Yeah. You gotta like you can't just let them get 3 or 4 on first. Not that you're letting them, but like you can't be happy giving up 3 yards to the Eagles because what they'll do is they're gonna get 3 yards on first down, 3 yards on second down, and on third down they're gonna get 3 more yards, and then it's 4th and 1, and they're gonna run this whatever the tush push thing.
Dude, he's so fucking
it's the veer, bro. That's all it is. People have been running that shit since like 1880, bro.
I'm triggered, bro. Wait,
I'm convinced you have like scheduled texts like sent for like every week Sunday when they play.
Against the rules, you can run a fumble-rooski if you wanted to. It doesn't work because you put the ball on the ground, but you can run a fumble-rooski.
I'm gonna take myself out of this conversation, but yeah, I feel like it does add something to this team, and
you can kick a field goal off the ground, bro, for points. It doesn't even make any sense. It's the NFL, bro. It's football.
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about the
back in 67.
It's fine, man.
Dempsey had half a foot, and he made a 63-yard field goal.
Dive Kelsey and beat him, and then the whole play's ruined.
You tell me, bro. Look at the stats. They don't get stopped on this play. No one's stopping them. Everybody knows they're running it. The best players in the world are trying to stop them from getting the first down on these plays, and they can't. Which is, I guess, I mean, like you said, stop them.
You win. That's at football.
I think
they're passing it too far.
I semi-agree with Ryan. I think when you talk about competitive integrity, offense has a slight advantage knowing the snap count.
Of course. But if you're at 4th and inches, 4th and 1. What are you gonna do? There's 4 downs for a reason. It's not punt down.
No, I get it. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's just
my honest take, my real neutral take. My honest take is it is part of the game. The only way they're gonna remove it is somehow they prove that statistically it like hurts people. It's the only way it will get removed. There's no way they're just gonna ban it because it keeps working.
Reminds me of the Kenny Pickett play from college where he fake slide and then he goes. Like they had to make that against the rules because it's stupid. Like it's not against the rules, but they were like, you know what, this is kind of dumb. Like, and they got rid of it. And it's just
yeah, I think. I don't know the full reason, but I think they said.
I just don't get it. I don't know how you could run a QB sneak. What's the proper way? You know what I'm saying? Like, does he have to dive between the center and the guard, or is the QB sneak removed?
Go watch this play, dude. Like,
I know
it.
they just dive. They all just dive and they make a pile, and he like goes around the edge every single time.
Yeah, I get it. Like a QB sneak is a QB sneak.
Same thing.
Bro, that like up that play time. That they ran though, that was pretty sick too. But they all thought they're gonna do it, and then they brought the guy around. That's kind of cool.
Swift, DeAndre Swift. Yeah, no, I mean, it's cool. It's cool for an Eagle fan if you're an Eagle fan, and I think I hate Eagles fans more than I hate the play. But we didn't really talk about it. Can we talk about Dak Prescott for a minute? He's balling out. Like, they lost to the Eagles. He had a crazy game. This week he had just a phenomenal game. I mean, the Cowboys are playing really well. I think Dak is having probably one of his better seasons over the last at least 3 or 4 games. So
I feel like if you and you are a Cowboys fan, I don't want the hype, bro. Let him cook, bro. No. Keep letting him cook, bro.
You know, he's balling out. I mean, everybody's gonna say they played the Giants, but it is what it is. He's playing really well.
I saw something that the Giants have scored like 11 points this year on average.
How the fuck did both the Eagles and the Chiefs swing a bye week on the same week, right? And then play on Monday night.
They get a really long break.
So they get the longest break out of anybody.
Yeah.
Probably because they want a marquee matchup. Have a lot of advertising dollars going to it.
Yeah. It's probably making the Sunday night game, but
make it the Thursday game.
Ooh.
Motherfuckers.
No, dude. They made that deal. Like half the people don't even know how to watch it still. Right, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I mean, the Thursday game is kind of a banger this week, to be honest. It might be better than that game. I mean, I guess it depends on what you think about the Bengals, but I think Bengals Baltimore is a banger. That division's sweet. But yeah, I don't know what else you guys got. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? That was kind of the rest of what I had going on. There's not a ton of news in the NFL. It was really just the Watson thing, and then the hype around Dobbs.
Trade deadline's passed. We're kind of just getting into the rhythm of the season. Everybody's gonna start separating, and
I think, dude, it's a great time to be a Lions fan, man. It's a great time to be a Cowboys fan, a Lions fan.
You better not drop it to the fucking Bears, bro.
Yeah, I know everybody's
keep together, bro.
You guys, I mean, you're not here, Ben, but dude, I talk to people. Yeah, it's just they're gonna blow it. It's the Lions, like they're gonna do something. I know, but it's like it's different when it's like the old guy at the water cooler at my work, and it's like, it's just the same Lions, man. Don't trust him. And I'm like, it's okay, man. Like it's just.
They were like, oh, they haven't been 7-2 since 2018, and I was like,
dude, it's like a Vietnam vet, dude. They're like, oh, they have like this PTSD, and it's crazy, man. But what else do you want them to do? I mean, they won a game, that I'm sure every Lions fan felt, when they were lining up to that kick, they're gonna miss it. So
I don't know, man. But just don't fucking. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, preach. What's your take, Devin? You kind of went you quiet, or how are you feeling?
I was letting you guys talk. I don't know.
No, I know you're. I'm scared. Are you all in there?
Zoning, bro.
Okay. No, confident, bro. We're playing the best ever. The team believes, bro. We have a team with an identity. We've been wanting this forever. People talk about us. People want to be us. Like,
want to be us, yeah.
You gotta keep proving it, bro. But
yeah,
pretty easy schedule. You're probably gonna drop a game or two here. Maybe one to the Bears. It's okay, you know. And then we just come out and none of this matters. Once you clinch, all this matters until you clinch. Then from there, it's all sights on you win meaningful games.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Speaking of meaningful games, if we when we play our playoff game, are we gonna be talking, or is this gonna be like a solo thing? We all watch it separately, or what's the deal?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It just depends. We can't predict.
Both of you guys don't like to watch the games like as a unit.
No, I don't like to watching it when Ben's ahead of me and then spoils every single play that happens.
I don't know if there's a stress thing. Ben gets stressed, and I feel
like Ben gets really stressed.
I get stressed out, and I talk about it, so it ruins everything. Yeah.
I feel like you're you almost bring the energy into the world too.
I manifest negative energy.
Yep. But hey, man, I don't think even the negative energy can get to this team. This team is different, man. Built from the ground up, which is how you want your team to be built. So.
Yeah, that's true.
The only thing, never mind.
Nope. See, you almost manifested negative energy, bro.
Yeah. It's not what I was gonna say. Not impossible. Like the locker room gets lost. Like how would it?
Yeah. No. I mean,
I think we could drop 3 in a row with this team right now, and we'd still be like, let's turn this shit around, and then they bang out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As long as Goff's got to keep playing well, which I think he will. It's not like they have I think this locker room's bought in. I think everybody bought into the same plan, and I think it's going to be a good year. I think just how good it can be is the question. Can they? I mean, I think you gotta win. I mean, you're 7-2. You gotta go win a playoff game. I think that would be so sweet to win a playoff game
that
at home. Get a playoff game at home, obviously, and win it. I think that'd be sick. I just hope to God it's not against the Cowboys in the first round somehow.
We'll see.
Dude, that would just suck. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, bro. Well,
all right,
tuning in.
Yeah, we will see you guys next week.
Bye. Another Lions dub. See ya.